Alright guys, and welcome back for another edition of Nighttime, but someone would say it's Panther time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the studio has been taken over by Panthers. Crazy lady's been in and hijacked the studio.
It's about time.
Speak for yourself. Anyway, joining us tonight, we have Pugsley.
Good evening.
And as you can all see, the ever beautiful crazy lady is here and
It's the jersey.
hijacked the studio. Not sure why. Anyone else? No, well, you know why?
No.
Yeah, it's a game of the year that we love, and it's a good thing between me and the wife. The Panthers Knights. So I'm going to kick it straight off. Wager time.
Why not?
What is it?
I think you should wear a dress and heels and have one of those fans.
I don't know about heels because getting a size 13, 14 heels is probably impossible.
I'll get a pair of your shoes and put something on it to make
I'll
it.
tell you what, this is how confident I am. Gamble time. Thompson. I'll even go into the shop and buy it, and you can video it, and I'll walk out with it on.
The dress?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about the heels?
No, well, you're not going to get heels to fit me.
No.
Well,
It doesn't matter because we're going to win.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're not.
So,
Penrith aren't going to lose 2 in a row, I'm telling you now.
well,
Especially at home.
I'm here to tell you different.
Okay.
So, when the Knights come home victorious,
In 2020.
no, on Saturday night, what shall you be doing?
Probably curled up in a ball crying. No, seriously, it's not going to happen though.
Well, money, man.
I don't know. I've named your wager. You've got to name
All right,
mine.
stay tuned to the end of the show, and we'll come up with something for you. But yeah, all I can say is get ready.
I'm ready. I'm
Oh,
ready
yeah.
for that win.
Anyway, moving on now for now. But
Seem pretty pumped up there.
oh yeah, I'm pretty confident. So we've got a bit of a routine going with the Knights.
Yeah.
We play good. We play ordinary. We play good. We played good against the Broncos. What happened last week?
Weren't that good. This
week?
And you think Penrith are going to lose 2 in a row?
Oh yeah.
They're not. Trust me, they're not.
It's Luai time. Pull that hair. Everything's going to happen.
Oh, you can pull that hair.
Oh,
we're going to out of it.
We're going to win. You'll see Smitter down there, all these Panthers fans, and I'm just in the middle.
All right, Corey's on the fence here.
Yeah, but what about the score?
So, if you were to put money on one of the teams, don't let either of us sway you. Who would you pick?
I'd have to have a look at the team list first before I...
Fair enough.
And then also whoever backs up from Origin after tonight. So
See, they've been named, but it depends on who's named on Friday.
yeah.
All right.
But I'm pretty confident the way we played Friday night. I didn't watch it. I still haven't watched it because I'm not ready to get hurt again. They played pretty good.
From the outside looking in, just say with all teams, I'd say I'll give Penrith advantage only being at home, a 10-point advantage. But
Thank you.
that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to win.
No.
Here it
No.
is.
This week is, call it an upset, call it what you will, but
Yeah.
dear first, the Knights will be victorious.
Well, it was pretty close last time, so let's just see how it rolls around again.
And they had, a lot of people will say no, but arguably probably the best player in the game they had there as well. So,
Yeah.
But it is,
Crichton can kick though.
yes, he can, and it is hard to win at Penrith, but I'm
Knights
telling
need
you,
to concentrate on their kicking game if they're going to win any game.
I'm smelling victory.
Well, that's not victory you're smelling, so I'm sorry.
Anyway.
That's the crazy lady's perfume, mate.
Anyway, moving on, joining us in the nighttime bar tonight, we have Shane. How are you, buddy?
Yep, good.
So you
Going
want to
great.
jump? Do you want to jump in this little thing? Who's going to win, Penrith or Newcastle?
Another one sitting on.
Marzi's back, isn't he?
Yep.
I think we Knights might have a chance this week with Marzi back. I'll back the Knights. but who knows? But it is tough.
It is tough. It's probably one of the toughest road trips anyone can take. But I don't know why. I just think there's a bit of, as we'll get into a bit later, a little bit of unrest, so to speak, in the club, and they might be out to prove a point, which could be a bad thing for Penrith. And I've got a feeling their Origin stars may just be a little bit too much for them this week. If it was a fresh no Origin, I wouldn't be as confident. But yeah, I think we got this. Eh?
You know what Think did? Is that how it goes?
You know what Fort did?
Yeah, same.
Stuck a feather in the ground. Fort did grow a chicken.
Same. There you go.
We'll go with that, mate. Word in the bar this week.
Yeah, okay, so we've got a few questions. So the first question is about Marzu. Do you think Marzu would have made a difference on Saturday, Arvo?
100%. No disrespect to Anali Twala. I mean, good player. But Marzu just offers that X factor, would you say?
Yep.
And I know there's a lot of players, change teams, but I still think what he's done for the Knights has to come close to the buy of the year in the NRL. He's just, he's like, I go back to say, he's an Adam McDougall like back in the day when McDougall used to be that powerhouse on the winger. We've had some good wingers ever since, no doubt. But have we had one to have such a big input like Marju before? And, I was dirty when we let Chris Randall go because I was a fan of him, but, yeah, we did the right thing here.
I sung his praises before the ball was even kicked this year. Told about Marju, how good he was at the Titans, and then he didn't start the season in first grade, but as soon as he's come into first grade, he hasn't put a foot wrong. Obviously,
he's been good at Titans, but he's gone even better again at the Knights.
Yeah.
So, Kylie.
My answer is 100% he has. He was missed. Would have made a big difference.
I know, and we'll get into a bit later, but I know they say about, he had to be dropped, but I still think we need to start looking at a fine system. But anyway.
Yeah, because that's what I noticed. That Best, Gagai and Dom missed him there. They were not in rhythm on Saturday.
No.
And because Marzi wasn't there, Gagai and at Best were just not on point because he just makes their little
they weren't at their best.
Quad there, and they missed him.
Yeah.
They definitely missed him. Oh, well, that was sent in by Jamie S. The next question is, where do you think Ben Hunt is off to? And this is from Brian.
Well, personally, I think he'll end up at either the Bulldogs or the Titans. But don't be surprised if you hear even the Tigers put a call in for him.
There's a host of clubs that are chasing him now.
So you've got to ask yourself, if a player's willing to throw 150 grand of his own money in to get out of that club, that's pretty drastic.
Very drastic.
So, and I know they want to stop him. They won't give him a release. Do you want a player at your club that doesn't want to be there?
Well, you don't want to see like a Gordon Tallis situation all those years
where
ago.
He sits out.
Yeah.
Well, would you, Jerome Luai, for example, doesn't want to be at the club and you don't want to release him. Would you want him there?
Why wouldn't you want to be at the Panthers, though? I don't understand that question.
True, but you know what I mean? You wouldn't want a player at your club that doesn't want to be there.
I don't want a half-assed player that's not going to put in the effort.
No, that's right. Let him go. See you later. But there has to be clause in the contract that if you release them that you don't pay any of their contract out. That's just it. That's it. Gone. And focus your money that you're saving on him to find someone that wants to play for your club. Play for that emblem, not the pay packet.
I'll throw in and I'll say, I think you'll go back to Brisbane, being 33.
How do they squeeze him back into Brisbane?
Not the Broncos. I'm talking about
right.
Brisbane itself.
Dolphins?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Wayne Bennett might pull a rabbit out of his hat and
see, there's another one. They've got to be close to salary cap issues.
Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, they've got Sullivan, they've got Katoa, they've got Milford, they've got a few players in the halves. But if you get anybody on the market that's Ben Hunt, you want to have a go. You want to have a crack at him.
Oh, yeah, you do. And especially if you're not paying players 1.6 million, you've probably got a little bit of money to spend. But anyway.
You don't think he's going to go overseas?
No, I think, as I said, I think you'll go back home to Queensland. I think it's either Titans Or also, I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins make a play at him.
I know the Dogs are barking hard, but all seriousness, would you go to the Dogs?
They're chasing Luai, apparently.
They're chasing Luai, they're chasing Saifi. Everyone that's looks like they're coming off contract, there's 3 or 4 clubs that are chasing them. But my point is, the Dogs, they're just, everyone's raving about how good Cameron Cialdrea was. At Penrith, absolute gun. At the Bulldogs, that gun's unloaded because I tell you what, he's not doing anything. I know people go, oh, but they don't have the players. Well, you have a look at their roster. There's a fair, decent team there. And they should be performing better than what they are.
I wonder if
they were pathetic the other day. That was just sad.
It was disgraceful. And when you know that you've got a young player, he had his debut, wasn't it? That young fella scored a try. When he comes on and he's the best player on the team, by far, you know you got issues. So.
I wonder if Lee Brooks might actually go to Dogs.
Possible. Yeah, there's so much player, movement around. Even Tyson Frizzell's come out and he said he wouldn't mind, it's an option to go to the Tigers in the future. Well, I don't want to hear that.
Getting back to the Dragons club are very worried that he'll be booed on Friday night. Well, I personally don't think. I reckon they should boo him, and he should stand down as captain.
Well,
he made out now that doesn't want to be there. So why want to be the captain?
In his defence, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. It could be some drastic dramas, and it's poison. He's trying to do the best for not just him, but his mental health and his family.
Well, that's right.
Is he the one that had a presentation dinner or something, and
yes,
his teammates didn't turn up?
No, so he had a 300th game presentation up in Brisbane when they were after Magic Round, because I think they had to play the Dolphins the following week. So they decided to stay up there. Team was there, but none of the board members or anything turned up.
Say no more.
Nice way to make you feel part of the club. No wonder he wants to be there.
But there's your issue straight away.
Unrest.
That's the board.
Yeah.
Yes.
The board is, and like I've been saying from day one, when you got half a board from one club and half from the other, it's merged. It's not going to work because they both want 2 different things.
And
like Kylie wants to win Penrith, I want to win in the Knights. Put them together, it's not going to work.
And he did say that Griffin, if Griffin left, he would go. Well, here you go. And it's not Flanagan.
Well, they were warned.
That's right. So, and it's not Flanagan that's the issue.
No.
Here, it's the fact that he just doesn't want to be there. So,
anyway, glad it's not my club. No offence, but we've got enough issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, shame.
Okay, question 3 is more of a statement. How good was Alex Twal's first try? Not only did he get a try, but he now has broken his drought.
Yes. Did you see Clemmer?
Yeah, he was.
He was more excited than Twal was.
Well, the ball
Clem nearly got it.
Got it, yeah. Yeah.
It makes you wonder, did he see Twal there and he's left it for him?
Could have.
But another thing I must say on the Clemmer over, did you see on the weekend Clemmer was doing the junior roll call here?
No.
He used to come for all these junior teams, and then all of a sudden he goes Clemmer family, and he saw his kids and put it up there. That was pretty cool. It was good. Good to see it happen, and it's the bloke in the bars team of the week this week was 13 Alex Twals.
Because when you go to the Tigers game, all Clemmer's boys, the ball boys and that, they're all running around. They've got little Clemmer shirts and that, and so his whole family's really into that club, and it looks like they're really enjoying it.
To be honest, I'm sad to see him gone from the Knights, but I'll always be a Clemmer fan, and I hope he goes really well down there, and sad to see him leave, but people said to me at work there, and you guys at the game the other day, will you boo Clemmer when he runs out? I said, I can't do it.
Yeah.
No way. I'll clap him, and hopefully you give me his boots after the game.
Might see even get him in the studio one day, mate.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Okay, question 4. Radley is due back this weekend for the Roosters to take on the Raiders. How long do you think before he'll be in the bin? This is from Jay.
10?
No, I think he'll survive this week and get sin bin the next week.
Me?
Yeah.
No idea, but I hope he goes to the bin.
It would be funny.
Entertaining.
It will be. Who they got this week?
Raiders.
At Raiders?
Sunday
No,
night.
at the new stadium.
Sunday night, 6:15.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Okay, question number 5. How do you think the Knights will go against the reigning premiers? With Knights form being up and down. This is from Bob Down.
Bob down.
Oh, I don't want to know what his last name is.
Neil.
Well, like I said, we're good, bad. So we're due for a good.
So are we. So there's that.
Yeah, they really need to come out like they did against the Broncos. That's where they're going to win it. They've got to just come out full ball, bowl into this game, no prisoners taken. That's the only way they're going to beat the Panthers. They're just going to have to be coming out on fire, ready to go.
100%. And we've got to match them in our forward, so it's a big job this week and a great, for Leo Thompson to test himself against, arguably the two best props in the game, really, in James Fisher-Harris and Moses Leota. So awesome test for him, and I'd say the young fella will be, up for the occasion. So, massive task.
If it was good as the last Panthers Knights game when they played at McDonald Jones, we're in for a treat, I reckon.
That's the main thing. Well, I can handle losing to Penrith, but as long as we put in a good effort, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's all the questions this week.
That's all the questions this week.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to take a short break and be back shortly after these messages.
Major show sponsor, the Burden Automotive Group in Maitland and Port Stephens, comprising of Maitland Toyota, Port Stephens Toyota, Hunter GWM, Cardiff GWM, Port Stephens GWM, and also Hunter 4x4 accessories in Maitland and, yes, in Cardiff. The Burden Automotive Group have been proudly supporting the community for 60 years. They've been supporting this show. Please go support the sponsors that support us.
All right, guys, welcome back, and that was a great break.
Yes.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Inside joke.
Excuse me.
So what are we up to, night of the round?
It's time for night of the round.
You first.
Okay. I'll start off with, I'm probably one of his biggest critics when he's playing bad. But Ponga played
Get
out of
your own.
Stop it. Ponga played really well.
He did.
And credit where credit's due. There's 3 points for him this week. And
Well deserved.
very well deserved. To Leo Thompson. For me, I thought, sort of took on Hargraves and that a bit. And, didn't back down. And I thought he's just growing better and better each week. And had a massive cut to his eye. Head peeing out blood.
He was one of the bandage bears along with Gago.
Bandage bears. Yeah, that was. And he's just getting better and better. I hope he plays like that this week because, like I said, we've got some two really big forwards coming up and the best in the game in
Leota
and Fish Harris.
He's well rested.
Yeah.
And my third one went to Dylan Lucas. Is that his name? That is, yeah.
Stop looking at mine.
Wake up yourself. What's that say? I thought, he's come on in the last 2 weeks and played really well. Hasn't took a backward step and, just showing some great potential. Going to be one of our good forwards going for the future. So, and I didn't get a special mention this week because I didn't think, okay, I've got one. The special mention went to Kylie for her sign, which I'll get into a little bit later, but that was a special mention because it was pretty good. Okay, babe.
Okay, my three go to Ponga. I feel it was his best game yet this year. Yep. Dylan Lucas for 2. He had the most tackles with 52. And best, he ran 237 metres, 71 post-contact metres and 3 tackle breaks.
I really thought he looked his best. Said I did that.
Best me moving on to Corey now.
Yeah, you ought to.
No biggie here. Well, no secret. Kalen Ponga, 3 points. I think it's no secret also too that his best position is fullback, and that's where he's got to stay.
Yep.
2 goes for me, Bradman Best. I thought he was a gun again, and 1 goes to Jacob Safedi. I think up front
He played well.
160 metres, so he gets my 1 point.
Yeah, he was hard to leave out, but I guess it's Ponga. Sorry, Shane.
Yeah, I had KP at number for 3 points, and I had Leo Thompson for the 2, and I put Dom in as for the 1. With a couple of tries there, and he was pretty good there on the, running around the ruck there and that, and he was in there.
So what's KP?
KP.
Yeah,
Yep.
KP.
I'm happy with that. While we're there, let's. What do you reckon? What caught my eye?
Sure.
Yes, let's move on to what caught my eye, because I mentioned it a little bit there. What caught my eye this week was Jared Weir-Hargraves. Not impressed with Kylie's sign.
Is he impressed with anything?
Yeah, one of the lovely NRL Knights officials there. He's a great guy. One of the, shout out to him. One of the best you'll get there at the ground. Went over and said, "Oh, can they get a photo with you with the sign?" Like, it's all shits and gigs, and a bit of banter. And he wouldn't come over. Get a photo. He give us a wave and kept going.
A wave? What, with the middle finger?
And he's gone. Whoops. See you later. So I guess he's not interested with Spencer.
Oh, well, you get that.
Yeah, you do, but it's all shits and giggles.
Maybe we can ask Spencer this weekend. Now, how's Weir-Hargraves going?
Are you
No.
serious? He'll stir him up.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
No, it's not.
He doesn't need much to stir him up.
I hope he has a testicle injury at training or something.
That's not very nice. I hope you step on a Lego.
It's better than Lego.
I don't want to even think about that pain of a ball getting injured.
No, I just think he's a gun. Oh, anyway, Corey.
Oh, for me, it's Alex Twal. Hands down. That's what caught my eye. Don't really want to say too much about it.
Pants down.
Yeah, pants down.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Kylie.
Mine is, there was a post circulating on Facebook last week about Ryan Madison. He posted on Instagram, he was saying it's very sad to see so many Australians suffering from the floods, losing many loved ones, their homes, businesses and everything they've worked for, not to mention the horrific war going on in Ukraine. It's been a tough couple of years, but most importantly, we have each other. Let's stick together and help our mates out. And for the picture he posted with that, it was a picture of himself. So no one really understands why he did that, but yeah.
Word do. He loves himself.
Well, yeah.
He loves his guns.
It's not all he loves. Shane.
Yeah, I suppose what caught my eye this week was that the Knights game, they did the tribute to the bus.
Yes.
And the stadium was stone cold
100%.
silent. And it
I
was
didn't say that
very
because
moving.
Thought one of you would have. And
Very moving and it was
credit.
very fitting.
A credit to all the Newcastle and, the Roosters supporters. That was, one of the best I've ever seen. Like, when I say best, like marks of respect. And there's another tragic one happened on the weekend to another young footballer died. But we're going to get into a little bit later. But there's some terrible circumstances at the moment. But that was unreal.
And I did like how they had that the member of the round. They had a young kid out there waving a nice little flag and that, and honouring him. And it's good to see them picking little kids and getting them out there and that.
Yeah, little kids or
Less fortunate.
People
less
deserve
fortunate.
it. Yeah.
Like myself after this weekend, probably.
Yeah.
What happened to your confidence?
Do you know what store you're going to buy this dress? Or?
The best op shop in town.
No, I don't need to. I'm not going to need to.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway, well, that was what caught my eye for this week. We might take another short break and be back shortly.
When you think of great food at a great price, the best cold beer in town, awesome live music, even a place that you can host your next event, there is only one place you think of, and that is the Gallipoli Club. Get on down to the Gallipoli Club, the Gal 3 to 5 Beaumont Street, Hamilton, to check out what's going on this week. Enjoy some great food, a cold beer, awesome live entertainment. You can never go wrong at the Gal, thegal.com.au.
All right, guys, and welcome back. It's that time of night again. It's time we go all the way up there to sunny Queensland. And Elliot, buddy, how are you, mate?
Oh, mate, it's a tough time of year to be up here. You know, it's been 1-0 down in State of Origin, and Queensland won't stop going. And obviously the weekend was difficult as well.
Yeah, well, it's freezing cold down here, and we got a loss at home. But anyway, mate, what were your thoughts on last week's game, mate?
I was really disappointed, to be honest with you, as I know what 21,000+ there, and I'm not going to come on here and bag anyone or individuals. I'm sure the players have had pretty honest conversations, but just to go from what we dished up against Brisbane to that was awful. We lost the game in the first half, and then the attack in the second half, we should have put 40 or 50 on them, but we just looked clunky. Besides Kalen and when Bradman and Gags got early ball, I'm a big fan of Jackson Hastings, but I just thought the halves didn't take control. It was a really hard watch. Yeah,
you hit the nail on the head, to be honest. Ponga played probably one of his better games once again as well. Like, he's got a lot of critics out there, but credit where credit's due. The last 2 weeks, since going back to fullback, absolute turn of form is unbelievable. I know a lot of critics this week have been on Gamble on that as well, but I say give them time. I know we can't give them too much time, but they still are, only come back to the learning their combination. So hopefully this week against Penrith, I just got booted, it will turn around.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, and people have short memories. Tyson, when he's gotten a chance, has been really good all year, bar probably the last 2 games, and he's the first to put his hand up there. He just been a little bit clunky in attack, and just little things like counting numbers, all that kind of thing. But being the ultimate competitor, you expect him to bounce back. I don't know how we go to Blue Bet and win this week, but in saying that, I didn't think we could go to Suncorp and compete with Brisbane either, and we just about stole one there. So,
well, we got a little bet on Crazy Lady. Obviously, she's Penrith, and
yep.
I've told it, we said there before that I think we're going to do it this week. This is our week to really upset Penrith, and I'm that confident I've even took the bet of where if we lose, I've got to wear a dress and it's got to be filmed and put on the show.
I mean, it's your bet. Look, I love that you have belief. I do, and obviously I'll be looking forward to this and supporting and all that kind of thing. But Penrith at home, you expect most of that Origin stars to back up. It's
Mate, we lost you?
No, I'm back.
Yeah, well, what I'm looking at is Origin stars are going to back up. They're going to be tired. We're going to be fresh.
Yep.
I'd say the players are a little bit dirty on themselves for the last last 2 performances, really. So they've got a point to prove. Gamble's going to come out and fair give it to Luai. It's going to be...
You know what, though? The game against the Roosters was the Knights' game to win.
That's right. And we left that behind. So now this week we're going to make up for it.
Not at Penrith, he won't.
I know, but I just got this little feeling.
You think it's cold in Newcastle? Knights are going to hate the cold down there.
I don't know about the bloody Knights, but I'm going to hate the cold.
At least it's a 5:30 game, not a 7:30.
True.
But, mate, I think I don't know. I just got this feeling, I'll probably sit here next week and go, yeah, I know I stuffed up. But
Okay.
Look, I admire it, and I think the fact that you guys are all going to the game is outstanding. So I'm actually... I'm driving from Brizzy to Sydney that day, and we'll probably get in a couple of hours before the game. My brother and I were umming and ahhing, but I just thought, honestly, spending $250 return on an Uber to head out to Penrith and fight for my life in the stands, I don't know if I can do it this week. So I tip my cap to you guys.
I tell you what, we'll have a chat after this. We might be able to sort something out for you.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
But, mate, as you said, you touched on it, Gamble, I reckon this week him and Hastings will bounce back, but it's all going to lie between, this is a really good contest for Leo Thompson against Moses Leota and James Fisher-Harris, and, really to see where Leo's at. And I think if we can go forward and match those two, it's going to go a long way, but to let our halves, work some magic.
Yeah, and I'm a big Leo Thompson fan. I think he's been one of our best this year. He's just consistent, unassuming, and fell off an important tackle last week. But to be fair to him, our forwards didn't do their job last week. I love the Saifidi brothers, but Jacob probably had his worst game of the year, and again, he's first to put his hand up there. So I would expect, in particular, our forwards to bounce back. Fitch is a big out, but obviously Frizz should play pending state of origin stuff. And Dylan Lucas is a project, let's call him. He's still sort of trying to find his feet on an edge.
Yeah, but I've been pretty impressed with the young fella. He has got a bit of work to do, and will come. But for the little games that he has played, he hasn't been too badly. But speaking of defence, what do you think of Tyson's tackle? Gamble, was it much in that?
I'm trying to remember it now. It was someone was flipping and he slapped him maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't much in it.
Nah. I mean, it actually looks on replay. I'm sure you guys had a better view there live. It looks on replay like I can't remember who the rest of the players was, but it looks like he'd raised his hands to almost cover his face, and it looks like Tyson slapped him in the arm.
I'll have to check the replay.
Yeah, so no, not much in that.
Nah, mate.
He said arm, just to clarify, not something else.
No, I said arm. Yes, I said arm.
I thought you got excited because you heard Tyson slapping someone in the...
So she's dirty already, see? Because we're going to beat him.
Again, I do love your confidence.
Oh, mate, if not, I'll be eating. I've lost some weight this week, been on the man shake, so we're just in time for the Krispy Kreme donuts down there.
Mad Dog will love that. So hang on, what for Crazy Lady, what happens if Newcastle win?
Well, before she gets on in there, I'm not real sure what we're going to do. Do you want to help me out there? What's she going to do?
I think
nothing.
What Crazy Lady? What do you normally wear to nighttime games?
Penrith jersey.
Okay, I think you got to go full kit Newcastle, not just the jersey, but you got to do the shorts, the socks, everything in between to the next home game.
I draw the line there. I cannot wear another team's jersey.
What about shorts? What about a bit of a hybrid?
I'll wave the flag, but I do that anyway.
Oh, you do that anyway.
Bit of face paint. If he's got to wear a dress, you got to give us something.
I don't know. I'll wear a suit or something.
No, but if you're that confident you're going to win, you're not going to wear them.
I agree.
Leave it with me, and you should have come to the show with this already.
I was not.
She hasn't got a plan because she thinks they're going to win, so she's.
I don't think. I'm going to let Dean do all the talking, and after the game he'll be awfully quiet. So.
Mate, I tell you what, this is one of for myself and the family, this is one of our highlight games of the year because, we make it so much fun. And
are the kids all Newcastle supporters?
Yes, they are.
Yep.
One of them's trying to turn to Penrith, but she's not allowed. I told him we'll disown her if that happens.
Oh, excuse me. Cruz also said he'd like a Penrith jersey.
Well, put it this way. If you could get a jersey from Penrith and Knights, cut it down the middle and sew them together, the kids would probably want one.
Okay. That's fair enough.
But the kids are...
confused. They don't know which parent to go with.
But they are...
Well, I tell you what, actually, on Penrith really quick, we worked the Cowboys-Panthers game last week in Golden Point. Yeah. Tell you what I was happy for was a bloke that put in 1,000,000% for Newcastle through some tough years was Jack Cogger. I thought he was outstanding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't play that good this weekend, but...
hopefully not.
But, good to see him. To be honest, I thought he might have struggled a bit because they're big shoes to fill.
Yep.
But credit where credit's due, and, he really is steering the ship around good. But going back to the kids, mate, they are the big Knights fans because they have a lot to do with the players and meet the players and at Newcastle. And, Kurt Mann, Brady Jones are always really good to the kids. And
they do give up a lot of time for them, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And now Tyson Gamble, the little girl Portia. She's a Gamble fan now too, so it's Gamble time.
I mean, and on a serious note, too, that's the kind of stuff that your kids are going to remember into when they're our age and whatever. So it is, and I think players are acutely aware of that. The little efforts off the field that it just make a huge difference. Even for me the other day, I took my brother. I told you guys, took my brother into the sheds after the Brisbane game, and he's only a young fella and he's been a Knights fan all his life, and seeing him have a conversation with KP and some of the other boys. That was, I mean, especially even for me to see, but obviously he's going to remember that forever too.
Mate, yeah, that's it. Like, you know, I went in and met the Chief back in 1992 or 93. It was when you played Origin, you set out that week, and we played Penrith at home. And Gary Harley, local radio legend down here, a good friend of the family, took me in to meet the Chief, and I tell you what, mate, I can still remember that like it was yesterday. That's especially I'll never forget the first time I interviewed Bedsy. I was meant to be a professional, and I was nervous. I was almost shaking at the knees. I just, this is a guy I grew up idolising. It was, that kind of stuff special. It is, mate, and it's, you know, like you said, the kids remember it forever, and there should be more of it. To be honest, I know a lot of clubs. Like, I know that you said the Knights did it really well up there the other week, and hats off to them. But Penrith really, I mean, obviously we have a bit to do with Penrith as well because I'm made to.
Stop lying.
But the effort they go for their fans too is, you know, I think there's a few clubs out there should take note. Like, that's why they're got such a good fan base as well.
Oh, mate, they're the best in the comp, and even they were just up in Townsville, obviously, and had stories of friends of friends that were up for the game for that, and went to a training session. They and the boys stayed around about an hour and a half afterwards, kicking a footy with them, signing everything in sight, making an effort when they didn't necessarily have to. Yeah, that stuff, it does make a difference.
100%, mate. And I tell you what, I'll take my hat off to them.
Champions.
Mate, I appreciate it, and hopefully we might see you out the game on the weekend.
Oh, probably a fat chance, mate. I'll leave it to you diehards in the cold. I might be sitting up in my Coogee apartment with my feet up and the track pants off.
All right, buddy. Stay tuned. Stay there. We'll chat to you in the break, but we might take a short break and be back shortly.
Who doesn't love a nice cold beer? And the best cold beer is not some other mob down the road. The best cold beer in Newcastle is found at Thirsty Messiah. The Thirsty Messiah Brewery is found at 140 Lambton Road in Broadmeadow. Get on down there for some great beer at a great price. Support the local. Thirsty Messiah Brewery in Broadmeadow.
All right, guys, welcome back. Unfortunately, last fortnight ago, there was a tragic accident at Greta, and we all know about that. So we've got in contact with the local Domino's here at Curry, and they're about to do a little fundraiser. So we've got the owner on the line.
Lorena?
Yes.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
No worries.
Thanks for coming on.
Fair, thanks for coming on. You want to have just a little tell everyone about what's going on?
Yeah, so this Thursday, the 22nd of June, 8 Domino's stores across the Hunter Valley have banded together to help raise funds for the victims and their families affected by the tragic bus crash earlier this month in Greta. So from every pizza sold on Thursday, we'll be donating $1 to the cause in the hopes to raise as much money as possible to help the victims and their families.
Oh, that's awesome. So that's 8 stores, was it?
Yeah, 8 stores in total across Hunter Valley.
Wow.
So that's,
that's awesome.
Fair for your pizzas, 8 stores, no, that's really good. So,
nobody cooked dinner on Thursday night.
No.
Yeah. What stores were they, sorry, again?
Yep, so the Curry store, Gilliston Heights, East Maitland, Cessnock, Medowie, Scone, Musselbrook and Singleton.
Awesome.
So everybody from those areas, jump on and order pizzas.
Even if you don't like pizza, which I don't know how you can't, but just jump on and buy a couple that week. So
it's for a good cause.
Yeah, for a really good cause, and must take your hats off to Domino's at Curry there for getting behind it and really they're helping the family out. So good on you.
Yeah, well, thank you, Dean, as well, for actually reaching out to me, starting this fundraiser off. I think like a lot of people have really hit in our community, and I myself felt it as well. So I think a lot of people just want to do their part.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we're going to go one better here too at the show. We've got a Knights jersey. We're going to get it fully signed, and we're going to give it to whether we give it to you or we give it to somebody at auction off, and whatever the proceeds you get from that too can go to the family as well.
That's an amazing gesture, yes.
So, leave that with us. We'll get the jersey done. And, let's everyone just dig in and, help this poor community out. You never know. Hopefully not, but you never know. One day this could be you, what we're doing it for. So grab a pizza and, enjoy not just a pizza, but you're helping someone out. So the feeling you can get from helping somebody else out is, phenomenal. So
yeah, definitely.
No, awesome. We really appreciate that, and we'll get you back on in maybe a fortnight or so and see how it actually went.
Yeah, no worries at all. Thanks for having me, guys.
No worries. Thanks heaps.
Take care.
You're welcome. Bye.
Good night.
So everyone jump out and grab a pizza and really support the family. It's a terrible. Absolute terrible circumstances.
Just need a good feel story at the moment, don't we? Everything's just a lot of tragic stuff happening lately.
Saturday night.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Have you got a crystal ball?
Oh, no, they're blue. Sorry. No. They will be after Saturday.
I'm not going there.
No, just a bit giggles. I'm in trouble. Anyway, we might take another short break and be back shortly.
Palmy or Palmer, it doesn't matter where you're from. It's Palmy, by the way. The best schnitzels in town are just around the corner at Harry's, where they cook chicken the way nature intended, flattened, crumbed and golden. Nothing beats a good schnitzel. There are burgers, there's chips, there's all sorts of wonderful food there to be had. Grab yourself a Harry's loyalty card, get on down and enjoy some of the best chicken you'll ever have. It's really good schnit. Get on to Harry's at the Junction, Jesmond, Marketown, Thornton, Erina and Toronto. It is Sasquatch approved. It is Nighttime Podcast approved. Harry's Schnitzel's the best in town.
All right, guys, welcome back, and it's time for a bit of night review. Yes. A game that we should have won and let get away. I think it was ours for the taking. Some pretty poor judgment in not just attack but of defence as well. I mean, it was probably the best time to play the Roosters. No Tedesco.
Yeah. Sawali, there was a few out.
But in saying that, they probably played better without him. But
yeah, they actually passed the ball.
Yeah, well, anyway.
Well, they had plenty of chances to score. I'd like to win the game, didn't they? They had more of the ball in the second half.
Hastings got 2 from 3, so you get that second goal. Changes things. I mean, goal kicking is a huge part of the game, so we've got to get that right.
But it's not like he's missing them from in front.
No, he's not, but, I mean, that's why you've got clutch players like Cleary and that can land them from anywhere. And then you've got Crichton, which is a backup as well. I mean, that shows the difference between a premiership contending team to a team that's sort of just on the 8, I feel. You've got that extra factor that, if the game's on the line and you get a penalty, you can give Cleary or Crichton the ball, they're going to land it. With the Knights, you give it to our kickers, it's a 50-50 chance. We need to get some more consistency, whether it's through training or what, to get us back up to that more confident mark where they're going to hit them over. Dylan Lucas was pretty good with some 52 tackles for the young fellow. I thought that was pretty good. And Kurt Mann off the bench, 28 I thought played rather well too. But even Leo Thompson, 33 tackles, so they were my top 3 tacklers. Dom Young, awesome in attack. You wouldn't get any better. But I just think he goes missing off his wing in defence. That's something that I think that Ivan would have noticed and will target a lot this week. Yeah. So who's up? Who would? Who's marking Dom this week? Would it be Twal?
It would be. Or Taruva.
It would be Twal, wouldn't it? Mm. So Twal will run rings around him if he comes off his wing like that.
If he plays, if he backs up.
I think he will. Yeah. But, I mean, there wasn't too much you could really say in this game, I feel. It's just the game that we let get away. It was ours to the taking, and I think the Roosters were just more hungry for it than we were, which I don't know why. We should have been there going, look, this is ours. And then you play a bit of confidence out of that moving forward to arguably still probably the premiership favourite in Penrith. I mean, it could have put us in some good step.
Would have been interesting to see. Remember when Gamble in his own 20 there when he looked left and missed and give it to Best was looming up. If he actually gave that to him, I would be interested to see if actually Best would have went the 80 because
it was close. When Ponga made the break and offloaded it
to Best anyway, he scooted through. But
there's a couple of times too. I mean, a lot of people were bagging Tyson, but there's a few times where I thought he was going to just break the line, but it was close in his trying. But I'd like to see him take the line on a bit more, close to like Penrith's line this week, take the line on a bit more, and even dummy and go over because he can do it. So that's what I think we need to see a bit more from Tyson.
Well, both teams had 35 missed tackles each. Need to work on that.
Yeah, that's not. I'd be pulling my hair out for that one.
The goal line D needs to be very, very intact this week.
We're the best defensive team in the comp.
Yeah.
So have fun with that. Anyway, Dom Young has scored 9 tries in his past 7 games. That's a great effort.
Oh, that's right. Like in attack, you can't.
Fault him.
Pretty sure he's in the top 2 for the leading try scorer this year.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone know what happened to Fitzgibbon and Hetherington? They were just placed on report for iffy tackles, but I haven't heard.
Yeah, I think Fitzy's was a crusher, but I think he's got away with it.
Well, he's missing this week anyway because of the HIA. But
yeah. To be honest, that's. I know a lot of people, were on the Fitzy bag wagon a lot lately, but I think he's been playing good. Shane, what do you think?
Yeah, I reckon he's been put in every week. He's in the mix. He's really good. But my friend Carly even mentioned to AOB after the game, we've got to get a kicker. So the coach is well aware we need a kicker. And he said, I'm banging my head against the table. He said, I just don't know what to do.
Yeah, but he's not, like I said, he's not missing them from right in front. So, I mean, they're hard, some of the ones. So, I think just some extra training. We've got the greatest player of all time in the club in Andrew Johns. And one of probably the best kickers in the game too. One of, not the best. We should be having a little bit more training. Going back again, I know I say it a lot with to do with Penrith, but I see what they do. Cleary stays there after game after training as extra kicking, extra this, extra. And look at it. Maybe we need Hastings to have a little bit extra kicking on himself. I mean, he probably does. I'm not sure, but
I'm sure he's working at it day in, day out. And just remember that guy's had
and he had a broken leg last year.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've got to take off a little bit of, But I'm coming towards the end of the season. If we're going to be on that fringe of the 8, we need to make these kicks count. I'm not bagging him because I mean he's done some really good kicks, and some of them being really close, only just missing. By all means, I'm not bagging him one little bit, but we just need to work on that because if that's the difference between a win and a loss, 2 points, you've got to.
Do you think Kalen should go back and have a kick? Do you think he's accurate, more accurate than Hastings?
Leave Ponga how he is. Yeah. Do not touch him. Let him concentrate on his own game. Yep. Let him concentrate on why he's playing that way.
Yep.
Don't give him any added extra.
Yep.
Let's just leave him how he is because that's fixed. One's fixed.
Yep.
No disrespect to Lockie, but one at the moment is fixed.
Yep.
7 and 6 are still a working project. When I say working project, you need time. And a week or two, a couple of weeks, I think you'll find they'll click better. And you got to remember, too, we don't have specialist hooker.
No.
So that's a big factor as well. And neither does Penrith. But they're making it stick.
Yeah.
So we've just got to... I mean, Phoenix is doing a good job, but he's not a hooker for mine.
And if we get it sorted, like if we had a good kicker at the moment, the Knights would be in the top 8 right now. It's just like we've been missing games just by 2.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's
4 points because we're missing those kicks.
That's the difference between us and a Penrith, or the difference between us and the Broncos, or us and the Souths. It's just that final kick.
You're right. It's not so much. It's 4 points. Most of them, more often than not, now it turns into 6. It's how the game's pretty much played now, isn't it? So.
And the thing is, too, kicking too. I think our general play kicks could be a little bit more pressured. Which goes to our outside, to our backs. This is not on the kickers, but excuse me, if we're going to put the kick up, we need to put pressure on it.
Yeah. Do you think maybe throw a bit more variety then, instead of just up and under? Let the defend chasers come down and catch them in the 10, or throw a few of those little bombs that Burton normally does if you can.
Okay, I said this on the weekend. We were down, and it was only a couple of minutes to go. They had no fullback, and this goes back to our halves too, or someone needs to say something. We got the fastest man in league. I don't care what they say. Dom Young is faster than Adokar. When the fullback's up, why are we not kicking for him to chase through that ball?
Yeah.
Darren Albert, Andrew Johns used to do it all the time. There was no fullback at home. They kick that through. Dom either gets the bounce and runs and scores, we win the game, because there was only like a minute to go, or he just keeps kicking it and we get close to there at least. But try it. What did we have to lose? We're down by 2. You got the fastest man in the league. Why not use it? That's just, and I think that could have potentially won us the game. Not saying it would have, because he might have knocked it on, whatever, but there's a chance.
Because there's nothing more exciting than when they get to that 5th tackle and they boot it down that corner and Don comes looming down there.
We're going to miss that.
At 100 mile an hour. And it's just thrilling to watch, because you never know what's going to happen, and it really makes the game exciting. And
you're going to miss that.
We really are. He's really good in that area.
But
if he did that more on the weekend, added a bit more pressure there, a couple of those kicks, who knows what would happen.
We're going to miss the... but Marju's going to be a big... There's a new fella too playing Cup that brought in that's going to replace Tom Young when he goes. Apparently he's pretty good too.
Is that the one they picked up from the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting to see. But anything else to add from the week's game?
You mean that?
Yeah.
About Marzu?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so on the web today, there was a news article about Marzu, about the pressure is mounting on embattled Knights coach Adam O'Brien, with reports of player unrest at the club's perceived double standards as they continue to slide down the ladder. Players are reportedly disgruntled after winger Greg Marzu was dropped last week for missing a team bus, but Kalen Ponga and Kurt Mann went unpunished following their infamous toilet cubicle saga. Ponga and Mann were filmed leaving a cubicle in Newcastle during a night out drinking while their teammates were losing to the Broncos in Brisbane.
Yes. Well, see, I don't want to bag players, I don't want to bag coaches, but what's going on? We don't want our club built through this yet again. But, okay, this is hypothetically speaking, because I'm not in the club, I don't know. If this is true, and it was brought on by the coaches and the players are not happy, I can understand that. There needs to be a rule for one, there needs to be a rule for everyone. People say, yeah, but they were proven they didn't do anything wrong. But they did. They were out there drinking when they were under HIA protocol.
Injured, yeah.
So, I've got no dramas with them not getting in trouble, but I just think standing Marju down probably, in that instance, probably could have been a fine as well. Because, like you said, if the players are upset because there's rules to some and rules to the other, I can understand it.
Yeah.
But as I said, I don't know. We're only speculating what's said, but O'Brien, he's been copping a lot, hasn't he?
Well, he's got now the worst winning record than 5 of the past 12 sacked NRL coaches. Newcastle have won just 5 of their 14 games this season, to 14th on the ladder, and next face the reigning premiers.
So we're going to bounce back this week. No,
That's exactly what I meant.
yeah, no, yeah, and also coming out today was Alex McKinnon. Said about, in lieu of this, was not that the coach doesn't have to go. That's not the issue. It's the players' attitude needs to change. So.
That's right.
How stressful would it be being an NRL coach? It would be one of the most stressful jobs out
Tell you
there.
who else has got a stressful job? Peter Parr.
Yeah.
This is all under his cap too. You know what I mean? Like, Peter Parr, I'll take my hat off to you, champion. But yeah, I'm not going to comment on either one. Say, we're just reporting what we hear. I mean, you've all heard it, so it's a hard one. I hope this is all media bullshit. Sorry, but there's
Phil Rothfield, so
it could be. But yeah, come on, guys, let's just all get along and be happy, and build this club into what it can be and move forward.
just not this weekend.
But I mean, I'll never say a coach has to go. Never have.
Not out loud, anyway.
Well, sure. But there's a lot of speculation. Well, even that now of O'Brien's record. Is he under fire?
Yeah, him and probably what's the guy from Titans, Holbrook?
Yeah, I'm not worried about him.
Yeah,
he's all but gone, I reckon.
Yeah.
But is O'Brien under fire? You reckon? Is he in danger?
Yeah, well, if they keep losing, maybe.
Shane?
Well, the other biggest problem is who are going to be the other coaches to take all these people's places if they get the sack?
No.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
I know you'd love to walk about it, but that's,
I just love the style of coaching they do. I mean, you look at it.
Here's something I prepared earlier.
Oh, hold my beer.
I forgot. Sorry, James Maloney. James Maloney is reportedly set to return to Australia and will seek a job coaching an NRL team. He would be a pretty good coach, I reckon.
Hold my beer, Walker Brothers. But, yeah, I wouldn't say he wouldn't be a bad coach.
Give him a go. 12-month contract.
But I'm not saying for the nice, because I'm not one to say this coach has got to go or whatever.
Yeah.
Because once again, we don't know what happens in that locker room. We don't know what happens behind closed doors. So
That's right.
I'm not one to, players got a hard job, coaches got a hard job. Peter Parr, once again, I wonder he's not bored like Sterlo. But if the board, going back on a report over a couple of weeks ago, where the board was interested in the Wookiee.
Oh, Michael Maguire.
Are you joking? Look at,
It's something out of left field, wasn't it?
so if they're interested in Maguire, wouldn't James Maloney be a walk-up starter?
You'd think so, but I'd want to give Maloney just an assistant's job first and work his way up through there.
Do you, or do you throw him straight in?
No, don't think so. These days, I think you'd just sort of give him
All right, so who do you... Okay, we're Newcastle, so to speak.
Yep.
All this unrest is, and the player coach is on rocky ground is true. Speculation. Who do they bring in and why? And do they bring someone like Maloney in as an understudy?
I'd like Des Hasler. Well, he's won premierships.
Isn't he the one that likes to take doors off the hinges?
Yeah, but
He's an
I used to run marathons, but I'm not anymore.
But you need an experienced coach. Let's just take my team for instance. I mean, they went with Riles.
I see where you're coming from. I do, because Maloney's been a player, not a coach.
Oh, so you have him as an assistant?
I'll have an assistant,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Who, on the note of coaches, who's the youngest coach to ever coach a team?
Nathan Brown was up there.
Pretty close, yeah. See, Brownie's another one.
He only not long come out of playing before he went to coaching.
Yep.
I can't remember. There's too many others, but he.
Trent Barrett.
Yeah, well, there's another one. Steps to mind. Yeah.
Ivan Cleary. Have to be close.
Interesting.
But I'd like to see Maloney at a club. I'm not saying O'Brien needs to go to because, like I said, at the end of the day, only a coach can do so much. But if we were to get a new coach, it's obviously, for me, the Walker brothers. If not, I wouldn't mind seeing Jimmy Maloney. I'm a big fan of Jimmy Maloney. You know.
Barbecues alone and all.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't the assistant?
said
Isn't
it.
the assistant for the Knights a former English
Yes.
coach? I can't remember his name.
Yeah, you're right, but yeah, interesting. Interesting to see what this space does. Yeah. So hopefully this week we can turn it all around and things between, if this is true, things between player, coach, everything. Yeah. It's amazing what a win will do. A win will change the whole culture of the club to a certain extent. Things will start getting happier. Let's hope we get a win in Kylie's defence. She hopes probably the week after, and things start changing for us. I know I say it a lot because I like friendly banter with her, but if I was to lose against one team, it's got to be Penrith. But hang on, no, I don't want to be in her dress. So.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway, so that's moving on. That was last week's game. It's one of those games you can't say too much about. We just didn't turn up and lost it for ourselves. So we move on to Around the Grounds from last week. Only a short week. The first one, North Queensland.
Let's just skip past that one, thanks.
No, we went. North Queensland Cowboys 27 versus the Penrith Panthers 23. I think they were sort of robbed.
I was lucky that I didn't watch it because we were at Starstruck. Our beautiful daughter did Starstruck.
I must say, before we go any further, too, a shout out to all those involved with Starstruck. That's the first time I've ever been. And Portia was involved with it. I tell you what, absolutely phenomenal.
My daughter does it every year too.
Yeah.
The amount of effort that they put into it is like to get everything in sync, and that orchestra. Oh my God, goosebumps!
Oh, it was good, eh? It was amazing. Some of them kids have got some talent.
Yeah.
And it's good to see the daughter. Really proud sitting up there. She was, and she could see us down there looking. And she was singing and smiling. So things like that, mate, like they're priceless. And anyway, we didn't see it, but we watched a bit of highlights and heard a bit and. Couple of dubious calls there that sort of probably should have went Penrith's way, but it is what it is. And to be honest, Cowboys were lucky to win. That was a very soft try at the end.
Yeah.
But I mean, they had a lot missing. They had a lot missing from there. So.
But you got to show depth.
Yeah, you do. But when you got a New South Wales Cup side against a first grade side, you can sort of understand losing by that. It's not too.
Cowboys were missing what, five?
Two.
Was it?
Only two, wasn't it?
Murray Talangi, Valentine Holmes, Ruben Cotter, and then I'm not sure if there's, I can't remember the other two.
Oh, it wasn't as many as Penrith were.
No.
And Penrith were missing their spine.
Yeah, spine. Yeah. And then you throw in,
Moses Leota, you engined up the front.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because his missus had a baby.
Yeah.
You think if she would have waited? I'm kidding.
Poor bugger.
I'm kidding.
I just shut my legs for 40 minutes. Anyway,
80.
Yeah, 80. So they'll bounce back just hopefully next week.
This week, yes, you're right.
But yeah, next one was the Knights up against the Roosters. We've just covered. Very disappointing, really, from a Knights fan. Next one was Parramatta 34 over Manly 4.
This really surprised me.
Not really. No, Manly are not impressed. See, I at the start of, start of the year, Parramatta Eels, I was like, they're going to go crap. You lost 2 minutes. But
well, they've roared back into the top 4 now, haven't they?
yeah, well, Hopgood and that. Hopgood's just.
Well, that was a great try that he scored too.
He's an absolute gun. I'll tell you what, he's got my money for Rookie of the Year. The absolute gun. Hard to keep everyone, I know, but that was another one that Penrith sort of let go, unfortunately, that couldn't keep. But
Well, he made 167 metres and 32 tackles.
there you go. Rookie of the Year.
And doesn't Mike Acevo have a love affair with Combank? How many tries he scores there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be close to Dom Young's record.
It'd have to be on par then, Pep. But speaking of powerful wingers and fast wingers, I know he's not as fast as Dom and that, but Remember back in the day in grand final day, if you weren't playing in the grand final, they used to have the fastest man in the league race.
That's right, yeah, the Manchester Unity, if you remember it.
Bring it back. Bring it back. How fun were things like that?
Do you remember when Leo and Ryan faced Martin Afire in that race
Yeah.
at Parramatta Stadium?
Oh, Martin Afire.
Old Chariots.
Anyway, the West Tigers, very disappointing 6. Lonely try to Alex Twal.
That was the only highlight for them.
And we're beaten by Melbourne Storm 28. I thought the Storm would have put more on them. I know they had a few Origin out, but speaking of Storm too, did you see the interview on, I think it was Sunday, the footy show it might have been?
With Cameron Munster.
Cameron Munster at the end. It was with Jonathan Thurston, of course, the larrikin. He's got to be the most funniest guy in the league. It has to be
he's
Jonathan
up there.
Thurston.
His laugh.
He's laugh, absolute character. I'd love to get him on one day. Elliot, you listening? Anyway, Cameron Munster was with him. They just finished the interview and they were, about to. I think it was Hannah. What's the girl's name? Hollis might have been her. I'm not sure who that was. Just says, all right, guys, thanks very much. Yeah. And they've gone, thanks, played well on the weekend. They're going, just quickly, Joey, have you patched your argument up with your brother yet?
He was stone cold.
He didn't know what to say.
Do you know they asked that same question to Matty on the same night on the Matty John show when he started, and he giggled.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah.
And Joey's just sitting there. He didn't know what to say.
Yeah, Joey tripped and he said, "What, brother?"
Yeah. That's
the old leg bobble going and he's like,
He was
Is
very.
this a legit fighter?
Oh,
Or is it a
yeah.
stage
Yeah.
fight?
Oh yeah.
You think me and shout out to the big brother Scott? You think me and him used to fight? This has gone. Yeah, this has gone big
Andrew
time.
was quick. Andrew Johns was quick. Matty's show and everything.
Yeah, the
The
radio,
radio show
gone.
is
Wow.
But the reason why it was so good was because no one was expecting it. Not even JT, and JT just lost it and he took off too. But it was gold. Anyway, moving on. Good to see the Tigers. Alex Twal get a try. It's the only exciting thing for the Paul Buggers. I think once Appy's gone, that's the Tigers gone.
Tough playing the Tigers fan.
Oh, Luke Brooks has
yeah.
gone too for 6 weeks, so there's another part of your spine gone.
Yeah, that's right. And next year for the Tigers. I was wrong. I said they would make the 8, but that's before a lot of injuries and that come through too.
Always happens, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, Cronulla 48 over the disappointing. I don't think we should call them Bulldogs. We should be calling them the Poodles because they're more of a poodle than a bulldog. 10. So
I don't know how you were touching on that AOB and the other bloke Holbrook, they're in danger. Do you think Cameron Ciraldo is another one?
no, because they've wrapped him up to a long-term deal. I'll have to pay him out a squillion. It's not going to happen.
But do you think he might be like a Trent Barrett, where they might be just a good assistants and not first-grade material?
Apparently, he's a Mr. Nice Guy, so I think he needs
But
to.
nice guys don't always
Finish last.
get the results. That's a
Well, Bulldogs say,
I'm
yeah,
with
we
you.
will.
I'm with Kylie. I said this from the start, didn't I? How do we know that he's a good coach? Is he just a good assistant like Barrett?
I think Gus Gould has jumped ship to the Bulldogs or
Too
whatever
quick, too
happened there.
soon. Just trying
And
to.
he's like, we're going to be the next Penrith.
100% they
We'll
are.
buy Ciraldo, all these players.
Well, they're
Well,
trying to
yeah.
get Tyrone May
Well,
back from England.
That's right. Yeah, they are. They did see that on the weekend in Sunday's paper. They were going to Tyrone May coming back.
And sniffing at Luai. Crichton's going there.
Stop it.
Keep trying.
But the thing is, Andrew Webster, he's going to the Warriors. He's killing it. So, yeah.
He's the other.
If Gus keeps going on with this, we've got a 5-year plan. Give us time. We're just working up to it.
How many times have I heard that? If it's not a...
That performance on the weekend was pitiful. The Dogs had nothing.
No, that's whoever. What was that young fella? I can't remember his name. Young fella playing in the second row. He was
The blonde-headed bloke.
come in and scored a try, and they had a big scratch on his face. Oh, I can't remember.
I think he's in for a rookie for year 2. I'm pretty.
Yeah, he's only a
I know
young
you're
fella.
talking about.
He come on. He's played the house down. He's the only one there that could have held his head high. And I mean, you got all these superstars. That you got this young fella out playing you. Come on, take a good look
Tom
at yourself.
Hazelton?
No, he's from Cronulla.
Oh.
But yeah, he's another one that scored his first NRL try too.
Yeah, that's the ball fella.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. But I can't think of his name. But yeah, only one can hold his head high, really. But yeah, Cronulla were looking good. Still, Nico Hines is still not impressing me that much.
He's improving.
He is, but
I think Origin
hype. I think Origin might have killed him.
He's saying that he's been off social media and he's blocked out all of the noise. Yeah. Like, he's got enough crap going on with his mum and...
Oh, I feel sorry for the bloke, and I think he's going to be a good player, but I just don't think... The same thing happened with Jared Mullen. Too much hype, too soon, threw him into Origin, too soon. Jared Mullen never recovered from that. And I don't want to... I always say, people go, oh, he's not too young, throw him in there. Don't throw him in there before they're mentally ready.
Yeah.
Because they threw Jared Mullen in there to fill the shoes of Andrew Johns. Now, they're a big set of shoes to fill. The bloke had only played a handful of first-grade games, so to speak. Throwing you straight into Origin, that is what killed Jared Mullen, and he never recovered.
And he did start off his career like a house on fire, too.
But he never recovered from that.
No.
And I don't want to see it happen to any other junior players, young kids coming through it, really.
Well, the Bulldogs have not won at PointsBet, is that what it's called, since 2011.
Where we got them next week? A call.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But you got to do like the Queensland. They've got the big ginger cat in the extended bench this week.
Oh yeah, the old big ginger cat.
They get them in there, get them used to the camp, get them in there,
100%, mate.
learn the stuff.
Spencer Leno should have been in the Blues this week. But don't care what anyone says. He is born for Origin. You want someone that's gonna. Look, okay, New South Wales lose tonight, right? Game 3's boring, so to speak. You want Spencer in there that's going to bring people go, oh, Spencer's in there. There's going to be some biff. Or there's going to be some argy-bargy.
Well, it's going to put some bums on seats.
It's going to put bums on seats. It's going to put eyes on TV. It's going to attract sponsors. So why he isn't there just, even if just lurking around, or to me, he would have been on my bench, is a bad move from the NRL. He needs to be there. It's a business now. It's not a game. It's a business. He sells tickets. He sells people. Don't care what anyone says. And Queensland did it right with Horsburgh. Horsburgh's selling tickets for Queensland. He's getting bums on seats for Queensland because he's being aggressive. And everyone likes a little story about the big ginger cat, to be honest. So, Garfield doing it well.
Yeah, well, you're right. If they do lose second game, well, let's put Leniu in as a bit of experience for the third game, and then
let's put Leniu in,
and let's see it going forward the following year.
Spencer, Clemmer,
you want Leo in as well?
Yeah, why not?
Would you like Gamble? Would you like Gamble on the Queensland side?
No. Yeah, I do, but
if they lose tomorrow night, Freddie ought to just pull out the stops of the third game and get all the get all those wild players in and that, and just try out something different.
It's
obviously what he's doing is not working.
We lose. Is Freddie under pressure?
Yes.
Oh, bloody hell.
Okay, we lose. Andrew Johns.
He won't do it.
I know he won't, but it's only 3 games a year, Joey.
He would. I would. Yeah.
It's 3 games a year.
Do you reckon Matthew will be his assistant?
Sure.
I would love to see Joey Johns taken on. I'll tell you another one that's probably got no inkling or no idea that would ever coach, but I wonder what the Chief Harrigan would go like as a Blues coach. More of probably a mentor.
I'd get him there as a defence, as a forward scheme. Well, or even a.
But you know who my next Blues coach would be if Johns wouldn't take it? Danny Badiris.
Has he done it? Yeah, well, he's been an assistant for a while, yeah.
Danny Badiris took over the Knights when... who was it got the bail?
Mate.
Was it Wayne Bennett?
Might have been, yeah, it was Bennett.
He walked out. Badiris took over. And we won the last 6 in a row. He got my job. He got my nod. I'd give it to him. Bedsy's a good bloke too. Everyone that knows Bedsy, haven't met him. Even if you don't know Bedsy, you walk past him at the game. How you going, buddy? Nicest guy. Knows his football. Probably New South Wales best hooker. Would you say?
Yeah, certainly.
Has to come close. New South Wales best. Probably the second best hooker to play the game just behind Cameron Smith. It's a big call, but
big call.
Anyway, yeah. So, time for a bit of humour, is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Knights are going to win.
And the end of the segment.
Oh, you love me. Humour.
She loves me. She loves me
At
not.
school, little Johnny was told by a classmate that most adults are hiding at least one dark secret, and that this makes it very easy to blackmail them by saying, "I know the whole truth." Little Johnny decides to go home and try it out. He goes home and he is greeted by his mother. He says, "I know the whole truth." His mother quickly hands him $20 and says, "Just don't tell your father." Quite pleased, the boy waits for his father to get home from work and greets him with, "I know the whole truth." The father promptly hands him $40 and says, "Please don't say a word to your mother." Very pleased, the boy is on his way to school the next day when he sees the mailman at his front door. The boy greets him by saying, "I know the whole truth." The mailman immediately drops the mail, opens his arms and says, "Then come give your real father a big hug."
Oh.
Little Johnny.
Little Johnny. Everyone loves a little Johnny joke.
There's so many out there, so I'll just keep going with that. At school, little Johnny was told... that's the one I just read, sorry.
Yep.
While playing in the backyard, little Johnny kills a honeybee. His father sees him killing the honeybee and angrily says, "No honey for you for 1 month." Later that afternoon, Johnny's dad catches him tearing the wings off a butterfly. "That's it. No butter for you for 1 month," says his dad. Later that evening, as Johnny's mother cooks dinner, a cockroach runs across the kitchen floor. She jumps and stomps on it, and then looks up to find little Johnny and her husband watching her. Little Johnny looks at his father and says, "Are you going to tell her, or do you want me to?"
You can't beat a little Johnny joke.
Johnny is just, yeah.
Johnny's good. Got some more?
Do you want any more?
Why not?
I nearly read the same one twice.
Yeah, no, it's that.
Need to go to
All right,
Specsavers.
give us one more for the road.
All right. Little Johnny's teacher is doing her rounds at lunchtime when she sees little Johnny pulling faces at another child. She starts to talk sternly to little Johnny and says, "Johnny, when I was a young girl, I was told that if I made ugly faces and the wind changed, my face would stay that way." Little Johnny looks up at her and says, "Well, miss, you can't say you weren't warned."
Oh.
That's a bit harsh.
There was another good little Johnny one. I'll find it for next week about a... I think you were telling me about urinate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a funny one too. Anyway. Not so good luck for the Panthers this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. It's gonna be an epic trip.
Yep.
Those of you coming on the bus, I'm going to say it here now. We're going to do an extra giveaway of the fridge this week. So we're going to do a couple of fridge giveaways to get on there. One game's going to be Penrith Newcastle, obviously, but also if you're on the bus, we're going to give you the chance to win an extra spot on the fridge for the giveaway. So details on the bus, but yeah, every time we go on a trip, we give people the chance to get on it. So thanks to Port Stephens coaches, absolute best in the business.
Well, you got to be careful not to make a mess on the bus.
Yes.
So I think the non-Knights and Panthers supporters that are going with us, like St George supporter, etc.,
He bats some multiple times.
they might be just going to see what happens on the bus on the way home, see if there's any blood stains.
Well, Mr. Liquidator himself's coming with me, so...
Yeah. His dad's coming, keep him in the line.
Yeah.
Is he a Knight supporter?
No, he's a Dragon supporter too.
Poor bloke.
He brainwashed me.
But no, it'll be a good trip. Can't wait. And we're going to have the cameras out there. We're going to do a bit of a... I'll look around and we're going to the club for lunch, belated Crazy Lady's birthday lunch.
Can't wait to have a crack at the Aqua Golf too.
Yeah,
Haven't done that for a while.
If we get time, and Krispy Kreme donuts. And yeah, but
I won't be eating won't be eating breakfast that morning.
I've lost 2 kilos this week. Ready to put it back on.
Oh, yeah?
With Krispy Kreme. But if you see us out with the cameras, come and say g'day. And yeah, Penrith or Knight supporters, all of them, we love to have a chat and might even get on the teacups up there. Penrith have got some good rides for the kids, so look out, Penrith. Here we come. So anyway, guys, good luck on the weekend.
Same to you.
Good.
We won't need it.
But it's going to be a long, cold trip home for one of us.
It won't be cold.
I won't be cold in that.
It'll be a heater.
Yeah, rumour has it too, guys, that we've done one step even better than I believe we've got an upgraded bus, if you can get upgraded from the last one.
Maybe. I'm yet to hear back.
Maybe, so stay tuned. We might have a special little treat. But, I mean, that last bus was absolutely phenomenal. It was
the seats were luxury.
Yeah, I know.
It was like a leather cushion race seat.
Yeah. Really
Absolutely.
comfortable.
Just everything was just first class.
It was, and I mean, a big shout out to Port Stephens coaches. The buses were absolutely phenomenal, and the service. Luke, the driver,
Yeah.
and
very
nothing
friendly.
was a drama. You know, it's your bus for the day. You run it how you want to, and I mean, you can't get any better than that. So, big shout out to Port Stephens coaches, and see you guys on Saturday. So, I'll see you in a couple of hours.
Yes.
All right, and thanks for you coming on tonight for everything, and we can declutter the studio now.
Are you looking for something a little bit different, perhaps? Something a little bit out of the ordinary? Head down to the Liquidators Raymond Terrace. Liquidators is a discount variety store. They specialise in all sorts of different home decor items, candles, even hardware. There's costumes and wigs for that fancy dress party. There's art, all sorts of things that are a little bit different. Liquidators Raymond Terrace. That's 34 William Street in Raymond Terrace.
All right, guys, it's that time at night again. It's time for Talking Schmidt. And caller number one, who we got there?
Kelvin from Raymond Terrace.
Kelvin from Raymond Terrace. Buddy, mate, what's your question for us, mate?
Yeah, I was just wondering, would you have picked Adam Reynolds over Mitchell Moses?
100% I would have. 100% I would have, mate. For one reason in particular is he knows Suncorp better than anyone. And when the Origin's on the line, who better to put in than Adam Reynolds, and a good goalkeeper as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mate, I'm going to give you a question. Would you have put Spencer Linu in?
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, I like it. Mate, we're having trouble here understanding why he was left out, but anyway, yeah. Mate, Adam Reynolds, I think he's probably our second best halfback in the game, not far behind Cleary. So why he didn't get picked, I'm still scratching my head. Queensland are sitting there rubbing their hands together.
Well, I go for Queensland, sorry to say.
Well, if you're a Queensland supporter, I'm going to throw this one to you. Would you like to see Tyson Gamble at 14?
Oh, yeah.
I reckon he would be. He would bring to Origin that little mongrel factor that you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon he would thrive in Origin personally. So, being a Blue supporter, it's a no for me. Big Gamble fan, mate, and it's just interesting to see from a Queensland point of view what they thought. I just think him coming off the bench and getting in the face of some of the New South Wales Blues in their head would rattle them.
Yeah, I believe that,
mate.
Another little thing. I can't wait until this weekend. When we all go down to the Panthers, because I'm a Panthers supporter.
Are you on the bus by any chance, are you?
Definitely.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, unfortunately we've got a little wager on with my lovely wife being a Penrith fan.
Yeah.
If the Knights lose, I've got to be filmed going into a store, buying a dress, putting it on and walking out. So I'm quietly confident that we're going to come home. I won't say the chocolates, I'll say the donuts because of Krispy Kreme. So hopefully we'll come home with it. But I'll say yourself and the Crazy Lady and a couple others on that bus will be hoping it's a little bit different.
Yeah. And I hope that your nephew has a real good game.
Yes, I've heard this story actually. So, you want to tell the viewers who your nephew is?
Dylan Edwards.
Dylan Edwards, yes. Absolute gun, and should be New South Wales fullback. How he's not is beyond me. I know Tedesco's the captain, but what's this bloke got to do to get a start?
It's pretty hard to not get you out, but when Freddie's little...
Mate,
you know?
Mate, we just lost you there, but I think you said something to do with Freddie's little... Yeah, gotcha. Mate, I'm a huge Edwards fan, eh? Obviously, everyone that knows the show knows that I follow the Knights, but, you know, follow Penrith as well because of the wife, so I get heavily involved with that. And what he brings to Penrith is, absolute gun. And he's on, what, 500,000 a year or something ridiculously low?
I think they're trying to upgrade his contract too.
Yeah, they are. I think it's $3 million over so many years, but... Man, I tell you what, you build it so you can pick any players in this comp. That, number one, you wouldn't go past Dylan Edwards, would you?
No way.
Not at the moment, I don't.
No.
Mate, can't wait to catch up with you on Saturday, mate. It's going to be an absolute epic day. We've got some good prizes on the bus to give away as well. But the main thing is, like, we, give each other a bit of banter, me and the wife, but end of the day, as long as it's a good game, that's
and the referee doesn't stuff it up.
Yeah, that's it. And we get on that bus with a heap of Krispy Kreme donuts. That's I'll be happy. What's that? Sorry.
One of us will be eating them.
Well, I've just lost a couple of kilos this week, so I can put it back on. Mate, you're in the running this week too. Every caller of the week goes. We have one caller of the week goes on the chocolate wheel to win a $250 tattoo voucher thanks to Sayers Inc. So you're in the running, buddy.
Thanks for that.
No worries, mate. Just hang on the line there, then we'll go to caller number 2 and we'll be back shortly.
I gotta be honest, one of my favourite things in this life is to sit down with some amazing meat and just stuff my face full of it, and the best meat that you will come across, honestly, is found at Steak and Chops Butchery at Tanilba Bay. Jump on their Facebook page and check out some of the prices and some of the specials. The quality is outstanding, the prices are excellent, you really can't go wrong. Steak, chops, sausages, mince, lamb loins, what more could you want? Get on down to Steak and Chops. That's 69 Beatty Boulevard in Tanilba Bay. Tell them the Sasquatch sent you.
All right, guys, it's time for caller number 2. And who we got there?
Karen?
G'day, Karen. How are you?
Not bad.
Mate, what can we do for you this week? What's your question for us?
What did you think of the game last week against the Roosters, and who was your standout?
Disappointed. I thought we should have offered more, and I think the players would be on that as well. I think they feel the same way. And for me, probably the standout was Caitlin Ponga.
Yep.
Yeah, and I will say hats off to the young fella, Dylan Lucas, too. I think he's come along pretty well. But another one of my favourites, obviously Gamble is, but Leo Thompson.
Oh, yes, he had a great game too.
So, yeah, unfortunately, let's hopefully they play better this week against the Panthers. Otherwise, the Panthers will definitely pull their pants down.
Yes, and how do you think that will go?
I think we'll go rather well. I've actually put a bet on with the crazy lady. So, yeah, one of us is going to come home with egg on their face, and hopefully it's not me.
So I can't wait to go down with the Nighttime podcast crew on the bus.
Yeah, no, it's a pleasure to have you on there, and the last trip was good, so this one's going to be even better. Lunch at the club, and yeah, can't say too much yet, but Port Stephens coaches might be throwing in a little extra special thing for us, so stay tuned for Saturday.
Oh, that'll be great. They were good bus company too. It was great going down with them.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we'll be doing more throughout the year when we can, and also next year we'll be kicking off a lot more as well. So Port Stephens coaches are our go-to for now. They look after us phenomenally and look after all you guys as well, and with the cheapest prices possible, but the most comfortable and reliable service. Plus, the number one thing where a lot of people were saying is number one in safety, which is the main thing too. So look forward to it.
I recommend that everybody get down there and get on this bus and come with us.
Yeah, no, it's a good trip, and look forward to seeing you on Saturday and hopefully coming home with a win.
Yes. Yeah, I hope we do, but I hope the crazy lady won't be disappointed if we win.
Nah, she won't. Oh, she will a little bit, but even if she wins, she's not one to rub it into us and gloat. So,
no.
Yeah, that's good. But I mean, there'll be a few Panthers fans on the bus too, but that's all good. That makes it for a good day.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's all good fun, and I can't wait. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, so it's here. So buckle up, everyone.
My granddaughter's coming down with me, and she's a Panthers supporter, so there's another one on the bus.
Yeah, there's going to be a few on the bus, actually. So,
Mario.
Yeah, I'm glad we got a big bus. So look forward to it, and we'll catch you Saturday.
Yep.
No worries. Thanks for your call, Karen.
Catch you Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.
Yep. See you. Bye.
Purnell's Awards and Apparel is your one-stop shop for everything you might need for your business or your sporting club. Have a listen to this. There are corporate awards, cups, trophies, display cases, drinkware, giftware, medals, perpetuals, plaques and shields, and even apparel. There's so much there. It's great stuff. It's great quality at a great price. Head down to Purnell's in 2 locations, purnells.com.au or email winner@purnells.com.au.
All right, caller number 3. Who we got?
Cameron,
how you going, champion?
all right.
Mate, what can we do for you tonight, mate? What's your question?
Yeah, I just want to get the panel's view on whether they think the Origin should be a standalone competition at the end of the regular season to prevent burnout for players and teams being disadvantaged.
I do, but I don't. Like, I agree with it. Clubs are disadvantaged like Penrith, and a bit of burnout. But then you get towards the end of the year, players are booked in for surgery, etc. So it sort of doesn't work there as well. But I don't know, mate. I like it both. So that's a hard one.
Do you like it both?
Both ideas.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Good question.
That.
I like both ideas as well. Like, you should probably have it in between the year like it is.
Or should it be? Okay, here's an idea. No NRL games on that weekend. And we bring in the women's. Then we have like a reserve grade maybe. Not a reserve grade, but possibles and probables. So that, like your Spencers,
so like the old
your fringe players.
Like the old City Country.
City Country. Or bring City Country back. And then also maybe, I don't know, there's got to be, I'd like to see the legends going back too. Like the Legends of League or celebrities or something. Just make a full round. But, have the standalone no club games. Then clubs like Bradman can go to Bali, which, I mean, it's a good way because he done really well over there and had a break and come back. Let him go there. Let him go there then because there's no games on, and if they can train, maybe just I'd like to see some more of the international stuff too, like Fiji. In Australia playing some games.
Would you like the idea of a Sunday night game, all the Origins, so at least then...
No, Saturday.
Or Saturday, yeah, so these players can back up, instead of backing up 2 days later, back up like...
I love Saturday football.
Yeah.
Because, especially if you've got young families, or if you're like us that live up the valley, whatever, you can get to the game, you're not coming home at the crack of dawn, all hours of night, and got to get up at the crack of dawn to go to work. So Saturday night football works for me.
100%.
Yep.
Mate. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, gave me the perspective from you guys, and thank you.
No, pleasure, mate. Knights, Panthers.
The Knights.
Isn't your wife a Panthers supporter?
Yeah, she is. So it's going to be a very, very tough one here tomorrow on Saturday.
Are you guys putting a bet on too?
Oh, there's a bet going between us, but I'm not going to say that on air.
So if Dean has to wear a dress, will you wear one too?
Oh, I'll wear a Penrith shirt if I have to.
That's not what I said.
No, it's not. I've got to wear a dress.
Oh, dress?
Yeah.
But, I'll take that bet.
No, I'm going to throw one out to you.
Blue bet.
Okay. If the Knights lose, you've got to wear a mankini.
A mankini?
Yeah.
For how long?
You've got to walk up. We'll pick the destination, and you've got to walk up this destination, like up a street and back.
Camrat.
All
right. Dundell, you heard it here first on the show. All right, mate. Thanks for the call, and we'll catch you on Saturday.
No worries. See you then.
All right.
Thanks, Cameron.
Thanks, mate.
Support our show sponsor, Grand Matriarch Distillery, that gives us the beautiful Grand Matriarch vodka that you see on our show every week. Join the reward program, and for every 9 bottles you purchase, you do get one free. Grand Matriarch Distilling in the beautiful Sapphire Coast of New South Wales. You cannot go wrong with their product, I promise you. That's grandmatriarch.com.au.
Caller number 4, who we got?
Dylan Vassallo.
G'day, Dylan. How you going?
Good, thank you.
What's the question you got for us this week?
Who do you think New South Wales fullback should be?
Dylan Edwards.
Dylan Edwards.
Oh, that's an easy question. So. That's an easy question.
I know.
You're on the bus on this weekend, are you? The Nighttime Podcast road trip?
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. We're going on the Port Stephens coach.
Yeah, no, it should be a good cracker of a trip. So look forward to it, and we'll catch you on Saturday, and hopefully the Knights can come home with a win.
Nah, Panthers.
Oh, hang on, that's right.
Oh, that's right. She's
a turncoat.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, may the best team win.
Yeah, may the best team win and go the Panthers.
Yeah, you're cutting out. Goodbye.
It seems that everywhere you look these days, you're going to find somebody covered in tattoos. Tattoos are common, not like they used to be. So what do you do if you are wanting some ink that stands out from the rest of the pack? Head on down to Sayers Ink, check out some of their award-winning work. They are a great friend and sponsor of the show. Jump on their website and look at some of the work from John, from Scott, Army, Dean, Jess, Mandy. Their work is stellar, obviously long-lasting, and you'll be happy with the result. Sayers Ink, we can't promise it won't hurt, but we can promise great results. Jump on to sayers-ink.com.au.
Anyway, time for caller number 5.
She had no idea.
She reckons she did. No, she did not.
Spit, seriously. I should be so lucky. Oh, that's
You didn't win.
That is gold. You got Adam, have you? You can Adam. It's fine.
Yeah. Some camera issues. You might have to fix it. How you doing? Oh, mate, what a show tonight's been. Oh, funny and eventful. You'll probably see on the camera. Was it still recording?
Yeah. Oh, could have been, yeah.
No, we'll record the whole argument.
Well, I had an argument with the bloke next door.
Oh, yeah. Because the door was open at the time.
Yeah, just excuse my actions. I was going to punch a cunt over the fence, eh?
Gosh, yeah, he was Fucking ropeable.
No, he wouldn't. He called me a effing cunt and this, and that.
Mm.
So I snapped. Anyway. And then Chris was on the phone to colonoscopy. And Delvin just got stitched up twice.
And Cam got first, third, and fifth, and fourth in a 20-man jerk-off contest.
Delvin thought it was Tony Briscoe from 2NUR. And she had to sing I Should Be So Lucky. She did. And then I rang her back and it was John Farnham on the line. And she had to sing one of my songs. Did you get any more callers wanting to come on tonight?
We can't hear them.
We've got 4. All right, I'll give him a call. We got Chris in the studio with us tonight. Hey, we were at the footy on the weekend, and Frank Vassallo was there. No, wasn't he?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give that bloke a call. A girl, is it? All right, sorry. All right, I'll call her. Wait. He's trying to get it up before Origin. So he goes, oh, fuck, you're going to get a lot of work for me.
Chris, are you trying to get it up before Origin?
He was trying to get it up before anything.
Did you meet Frank?
It was Frank Vassallo, eh?
Didn't you meet him?
I even yelled out, Frank! Frank!
Didn't you meet him?
Yes, hello.
Hello, it's Nighttime Podcast. How you going?
Well, what's this one? Nighttime Podcast?
Yeah, who we got?
Oh, my name's Maya.
Myra?
Maya, M-A-Y-A.
Maya.
Maya. Okay, Maya. We'll be right with you in a second. Ready? Here we go.
Souffle.
All right, guys. Time for caller number 4. 5, sorry. Start that again. Souffle. 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 Start that again.
Get your beret on.
Souffle, take 2.
All right, guys. Caller number 5. Who we got?
Hello, my name's Maya, but I'm wondering what's happened. I was just ringing up looking for somebody named Simon.
Simon? No, Simon hasn't been on for a couple of weeks.
Ah.
Well, what is this? He told me this was his number.
No, this is the Nighttime Podcast. You're on Talking Schmidt.
I have no idea what that is, but my name's Maya, and I wanted to speak to Simon because we met in a bar, and, well, it was the first time I've been with a man, and he's left me with a present.
I'm a bit afraid to ask. This is the Nighttime Podcast, our footy podcast.
Well, okay, because, yes, I'm definitely carrying an extra person now, and I wanted to speak to Simon. It looks like he's giving me the runaround.
Oh, yeah. No, we've got Christopher here and the Minion.
I don't know what any of that means, but that's okay. If you ever speak to Simon again, can you please tell him that Maya called, M-A-Y-A?
Yeah, most certainly can.
Fantastic. My name is Maya, and my last name is it's a hyphenated name. It's B-U-S-C-H Bush apostrophe Burns.
Maya
Bush.
Maya Bushburns.
Yes, what's so funny about that?
I know.
Didn't your mum like you when you were born?
I know Billy Burns.
No, Maya Bush Burns.
Maya Bushburns, right?
No worries, Maya. I'll pass that on.
Please do, because we had one night of passion in the bathroom school, and then he kept calling me Terrence or Terry or something, but now I've got an extra person.
No worries.
I didn't know we were doing pillow talk.
anyway, that's night time after dark.
After dark, yeah.
All right, thanks for your call and good luck.
Oh, well, thank you.
Make sure you take that lighter with you.
All right, thanks, guys. All right, time to take a short break. We'll be back shortly. And welcome back. And that was Talking Schmidt for this week. And who are we going to put on?
I'm thinking that Kelvin guy.
Yeah, Kelvin sounded pretty good.
Very good
question.
Yeah.
All right, Kelvin, you won the entry onto the chocolate wheel for the Sayers Inc. tattoo voucher. And we'll be all getting some Sayers Inc. too. Also, like we said there, touched on a bit earlier with the poor young fella from the Aberglasslyn Ants that passed away playing rugby league the other day. We also want to send out our condolences to the family, the players, everyone involved in the club. Absolute tragic. He's only in his 20s, the young fella. We're going to throw something out as well, and we're going to get another signed jersey. A jersey we've got today, and we're going to get them all signed, and also give his family a signed jersey too, so they can raffle, auction, or whatever, and help with the proceeds. So for the families, etc. So keep an eye out for that, and mate, up there, buddy. We dedicate this show this week to you, and terrible stuff. But anyone out there suffering too, just sing out. To somebody, and even us here at the show, and we'll see what we can do. But anyway, moving on from that, teamless.
Yeah.
We've got some Origin too.
Yes.
Actually tonight after this show.
So,
we'll do Origin first quickly, and then we'll get into the Knights teamless.
Sounds good.
You want to do the Maroons?
I can do the Maroons for you. So, fullback is Reece Walsh. The wingers are Xavier Coates and Murray Tulungi. The centre pairing of Valentine Holmes and Homicide Tabuai Fido. The 5'8" is Cameron Munster, and the number 7 is halfback at Daly Cherry Evans. Locking the scrum is Patrick Carrigan. In the second row is Jemiah Nanai and David Fafita. The front row is Tino Fasui Malawali, Lindsay Collins and Ben Hunt. On the interchange is Harry Grant, Tom Flegler, Ruben Cotter and Mawika Fadawaka.
Not a bad side. The New South Wales Blues, James Tedesco, Brian Tootle and Josh Adokar on the wings, Latrell Mitchell, which is out.
Yes.
And Stephen Crichton comes in, which I'm a big fan of. Tommy Travojevic, Jerome Luai, Mitchell Moses. I'm a bit iffy of that. I would have thought Adam Reynolds would have been the pick for halfback for me. Up front in the engine room, we've got Junior Paulo, Payne Haas, and Damien Cook in at hooker. Tyson Frizzell, Hudson Young, and Isaiah Yeo at lock. Stefano
Utua Kamano.
Him, and Cameron Murray, Callum's brother. Liam Martin and Reece Robson. I like Reece Robson. For me, I would have Reece Robson starting, and I would bring Damien Cook off the bench. That's just, I think Origin is won in the first half of football, I believe. In the first half of the first half, it's just full on mayhem. Robson will handle it better than Cook. Bring Cook on when the defence is tired. Cook will carve him up.
I can see what Freddie's done there, because Cook's obviously played, so there's a bit of experience that's the only thing I can see why.
Yeah, but I reckon I wouldn't be surprised if there's a late change.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, but yeah, mate. I'm going to go Maroons, I think. Suncorp, big occasion, can wrap it up. I think they might be just a little bit too strong. I would have been putting Mitchell Moses, a great player, but Suncorp, yeah, I would have been putting Reynolds in personally.
He plays every week.
Yeah, and I also think Spencer should be there. It's a pretty handy Maroons side. They played last time too. So, yeah, Maroons for me.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the Maroons in this, wrapping it up.
I think the Maroons will win, but I could never back against the Blues, so Blues for me.
All right, Shane.
Yeah, I think the Maroons will win it, but miracles could happen.
All right, I'm going to throw it out there.
Go the Blues.
Maroons. Blues. Bet off.
I had one with Gary about this last week.
Yeah, you've still got that one, but
Yep.
this can involve Saturday. Something on Saturday.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
All right, we'll talk after it. But
Well,
yeah. So straight after tonight's show, well, you know, depends what time you watch it, but the Origin's on tonight, so yeah, jump in and go the Blues, but I can't see it happening. So while we're on team list, let's do the mighty Newcastle Knights, and for some reason I've got last week's.
There you go.
So I've been stitched up by the minion. All blame you. Anyway, you want to do the Panthers?
I can certainly have a crack at doing that.
Oh, I bet you do.
Fullback, Dylan Edwards. Wingers, Sanua Turuva and Brian To'o. Centre pairing of Isaac Tuggle and Stephen Crichton. 5'8" is Jerome Luai and number 7 is Jack Cogger. Number 13 is Isaiah Yeo. In the second row is Liam Martin and Scotty Sorensen. And in the front row is the Fish, James Fisher-Harris and Moses Leota. And the hooker is Mitch Kenny. On the interchange is Sonny Luke, Lindsay Smith, Spencer Leniu and Jermaine Salmon.
Man, that's a pretty good team. But then we got the mighty Knights.
Did you see any weaknesses there?
Yeah, I don't want to say weaknesses because I don't want to sound like I'm bagging a player. I just think Cogger's still, he's playing good, but if there's any weakness, it would probably be there. Like, they're big shoes to fill over Cleary, but playing some good footy.
I also see them in the hooking role as well. I don't think, as you said, Mitch Kenny.
Yes, Mitch Kenny's not a hooker for me.
He's solid player.
Great player, but for me, I'd be having Sonny Luke in there, which I'm glad he's not. You look at the bench. Simon never lets you down. Lindsay Smith's been playing some good football. Sonny Luke. And then you got the Madman and Spencer. Crazy eyes. God help us. But, yeah. Anyway.
Too bad if Zach Hosking was floating around too.
Yeah, well, he was injured hand. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, number 1, Kalen Ponga. 2, Dominic Young and Greg Marju on the wing. Dane Gagai and Bradman Besser as centre pairing. Tyson Gambletime in at 5'8" with Jackson Hastings. Daniel Saifidi is back up the front with the Thomas the Tank, Leo Thompson. Absolute gun. Phoenix Crossan at hooker. Tyson Frizzell, handy to have him back. Dylan Lucas and Adam Elliott. Lucky Fitz drops out with HIA concussion. Interchange bench, Kurt Mann, Jacob Saifidi, Jack Heverington and Matt Croker. Pretty handy side too. I mean, I can't.
Bench.
Yeah?
It's a good looking bench.
Good looking bench, but you look at theirs too, it's the same. I can't split the teams, to be honest. I think it's going to be closer than people anticipate. And one big factor too, and I know a lot of people bag him, but Nathan Cleary. Nathan Cleary's not there. To me, Nathan Cleary is as valuable as Andrew Johns was to our night side many years ago. Shane.
Yeah, if the Knights turn up, I reckon it'll be on.
Yeah, no, that's right.
We need Broncos Knights, not Roosters Knights.
Yeah. It's going to be a cracker game. Our forwards need to match it with Fish and Moses Leota, because I'd say they'd be out for a big game, and Scott Sorensen, Tyson Frizzell. What a matchup! You know, Luai and Gamble. That in itself, you know, they both love to talk. Edwards and Ponga, Sanuva and Young.
Does that guy ever drop a ball?
No.
Saruva? I've never seen him drop one yet.
Stephen Crichton, Bradman Best, Marzu and Tuttle. I mean, what an epic game it can be. Like, I'm going to take the Knights.
The Knights for me.
She's not here, so you can pick who you want.
I would, look, my head says Penrith, but I would like to see an upset.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a hard one. But I mean, to be honest, if Cleary wasn't there, I wouldn't be as confident as I am. If Cleary was there, but if we pull our heads out of our arse, like, and really have a crack, I think we can get home in a close one. Shane.
Yeah, so I mean, how close was it last time with Cleary? So this time without Cleary?
Yeah, that was at home. I mean,
no. Yeah, but
Penrith, as you know, is a bit of a fortress.
Yeah.
So it's not much different to how they played them last time. So if they played the way that they did and push them into mistakes, who knows?
See, Kurt Mann, I think Kurt Mann needs to come on a bit earlier than what he did last week. I'd like to see Kurt Mann probably come on with probably in between 10 and 15 to go in the first half. When you're starting to get a little bit of a tired defence, a little bit of laziness, put him on at hooker, or 13, let him carve up. 13, I like him at because you got obviously Ponga lurking around the back, doing his magic that he has been the last 2 weeks. It gives Hastings a bit of a break, or a bit of time. Then on the other side you've got Gamble, then you've got Mann. So there's 4 ball playing sort of combinations or you know, players that can actually create some magic. So that could be something that could get, you know, like you look at, okay, Luai, we all know when Luai's on his game, he's a machine. As AEO is the same, but okay, Crichton. So there's 3, they got 3, but I just think we could probably, I'd like to see probably Gamble get into Cogger, and probably can play mind games with Cogger and put him off his game. So interesting game, but it's going to be a great one.
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
I'm
I got
excited.
goosebumps.
That's because it's cold in here.
No, for the game.
It is like 2 degrees tonight.
Oh, it's been pretty hot in here.
It's going to be cold on Saturday night at the foot of them mountains.
Yeah, it is.
It'll roll in.
It'll be a great game. I can't wait. As I said, yeah, two favourite rounds of the year. Knights versus Penrith and Anzac round. So, yeah, unfortunately we missed the Anzac round of this year, but yeah, bring it on. Hopefully I don't have to wear a dress. Anyway, we might take another short break and come back and do the last segment and wrap it all up. All right, guys, and it's back in time to go through this week's games, our bold predictions, and wrap it all up and get ready for this blockbuster on Saturday. Big Shane, champion mate, what's this week's game?
So, first game of the week, Friday night, is Saints versus Warriors.
Ooh, well, I'm going to take the Warriors by 22.
That's pretty decent.
I think the Warriors are a class act. No disrespect
See, I
to
was
St
talking
George.
about the Warriors. Or the Knights. See, the Knights were chasing Adam Pompey.
Yeah. I don't reckon they'll get him. Anyway.
I think after what's happened this week with our club, I think the Warriors are specials.
Yeah, I'm going the Warriors. Dragons have got too many problems with their club at the moment.
100%. The Warriors are a class act. Shane.
Yeah, I've got to go with the Warriors. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, next game, Dolphins versus the Riverworms. And this is up at Brisbane.
Oh, it's hard to go past the Riverworms. They're playing some good football. Dolphins aren't impressing me much. Riverworms.
Yeah, the Dolphins are sliding down the ladder pretty quickly, aren't they?
Yeah, a bit disappointed for me.
Yeah, I'm going Fins up. I don't see Parramatta.
I haven't seen that for a while.
I had to ask.
Yeah.
Can't see Parramatta winning 2 in a row.
Really?
So what are you doing?
Fins up. Let's go.
So if the Panthers win on the weekend, what are you doing? Is that claws out?
Yeah, claws out.
Can you do like a tiger for us as well?
Like a tiger. Fins. I mean, paws out.
You got him confused. Shane.
Yeah, I'm going to go Parramatta. It's just like, seems like the Dolphins come out firing on all cylinders and they're just losing every cylinder every week and they're just going like a busted diesel engine now.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're not the team they were a few weeks back, put it that way. So, yeah, Parramatta. Obviously, we've just touched on the Knights. The next one?
Next one, we've got the Stormy up against Manly. That's down in Melbourne.
You can't go past the Storm for me.
Storm by about 20.
Yeah, Storm for me.
Yeah, after Manly's poor performance last week, it's got to be Melbourne. Melbourne's got to beat them.
Yeah. And next one, mate.
Next time we've got the Broncos up against the Queensland Titans. Bit of a local derby.
Yeah, even with all the Origin players, I can't go past the Bronx.
Yeah, Broncos for me.
Broncos for me.
Suncorp, yeah, Broncos. Then we got the Rabbitohs versus the Cowboys.
This might be closer than people think, to be honest.
Latrell's still out.
Latrell's out. Katie Walker.
He may be back.
I'm going to go the Cowboys. Hit some form last week. Might cause an upset.
Yeah, I think I'm
going to ride the Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't know about riding him, but I'll take him. I'll be on him.
I'm going the Bunnies.
Ooh.
Glory, South
Yeah, I might back up with Mitch. I'll go the Burrow.
Yeah.
Down to the Burrow.
And then next one's going to be interesting.
Last up, we got the Roosters playing my Raiders at the new stadium.
I wasn't that impressed with the Roosters last week. I mean,
nah.
So yeah, I wonder if the Raiders can cause an upset here.
I think the Raiders will win. I think they were very disappointing for Jared Croker's 300th, and all that emotion that they used up probably played the way they probably would have said. You have to agree with that, Shane. I'd have to say.
Yeah.
I think they'll be back on the way they've been playing.
Yeah.
So I think they'll take the Roosters down here.
Yeah, I think the Raiders will be jumping back. I can't pick against them anyway, so yeah, for me it's going to be the Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders.
Up the milk.
I still want some of my green milk. I've got to try this green milk, eh?
Yeah.
I'm desperate to try it, eh?
That's the round.
That's the round for this week. Ball predictions, guys.
All right. You want to start with me?
Well, you are bald.
All right, sweet. Well, I'm going to go. I'm going to go the Knights to win 1-12.
That's not bald.
And Leo Thompson to score his first try.
Okay. Leo, I'm going to throw it out to you then.
Yep.
A challenge.
A challenge.
Do you accept?
Yeah.
Yeah,
as long
okay.
as you've got no heights involved.
Nah. Gamble scores, or Leo Thompson scores, down at Penrith. You have to produce a Gosling.
It's going to be cold, though.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right, you heard it here first.
Right,
we will have the cameras too, so you can't hide.
Just make sure his nipples don't poke your eyes out.
There'll be some ration. All right, my ball prediction is Gamble will get over. Gamble will get over from running at the line, taking the line off him on himself, like he did at Newcastle a couple of weeks ago, and score. Taking the line on.
I'm going to go Greg Marju to score a hat-trick.
Yeah, that's not that bad. Yeah, it's pretty...
Well...
Yeah, but against Panthers it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hope you're right.
Yeah.
Crazy ladies, they're probably sticking some pins in your back. But
Well, they didn't say they were going to win or lose. I just said you want to score 3 tries.
Shane?
Yeah, my ball prediction is just that the Knights are going to be the upset of the round and take the Panthers.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it, but I feel sorry for the wife if they don't. You know what I mean? I sort of feel guilty. You know what I mean? I don't. I know it's. I like to see her happy. So,
what games have we got for the draw this week, buddy?
To get on the fridge to pick the score to win the fridge. We're going to do. See, we're all going. We're going to do the Panthers Knights game.
Yep.
So pick the score. And you must have your score in before kickoff.
Yep.
You cannot edit your score during or change the score or add any score. Once your score is in before kick-off, that is it.
We're also going to throw in a second chance. Any game, take a photo. Please get adventurous and send it all in to us, please.
Yeah, I mean, you get on to win this $1,500 fridge, the same as that, but in any team you want. Even if you don't like it, thanks to Bar Fridge Australia, even if you don't want it, hey, you can make a quick $1,000 selling that, easy.
What a beautiful fridge we got over there.
Keeps everything icy cold.
Well, I'd like to have one of that. Well, I wouldn't say Knights, but I'd like to have my team colours sitting at home. So
I'd say it probably wouldn't work.
Well, the board would probably stuff it up.
Or does that mean you just got to get it from down the bottom?
Yeah, well, the only way is up, isn't it? Yeah, well, generally,
Hey, it probably could be us next year that's in your position, so every club goes.
Hey, we're 15th now at the moment, so the Bulldogs are the team that are coming last.
Yeah, you probably do us soon.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm feeling very lucky today. This very happy this week, and well, some would say not. I'm going to put it out there to all the lovely people going on the bus, 45 or 40 of us. You get a third chance draw. Third chance. Anyone on the bus, take a photo at the game as well. Send it in to us, enjoying yourself on the bus or the game, whatever.
Yeah.
Someone on that bus is going to win a spot. Not good, somebody is going to win a spot on there. So, yeah, that's us for the night. Shane?
Yep.
Thanks for coming in. Also, guys, don't forget about the pizzas on Thursday, tomorrow night. Get down to all them stores. If you don't like pizza, get it anyway. Or just go drop a donation in. Let's help these poor buggers in the greater bus tragedy out. Big shout out to all the guys for helping out on that, for getting on board, and yeah, it was just something I thought of, and I approached them, and they've jumped at it. So good on them.
I want to thank all our sponsors again.
Yeah,
every week. Can't do this without them. So.
No, that's right. Yeah, huge help. So obviously, yeah, if you can't get to the game, the Gal happy hour, nighttime happy hour. Get down there. You can win. Details next week. How you can win a signed Anzac jersey. At the Gal, and also Thirsty Messiah, sorry. You can win a signed jersey at each one of those places, so get down there. Stay tuned next week for more details, but yeah, that's us. But also, like we said, to the Aberglass and Ants too, there'll be a jersey for them as well. So it's not a lot we can do, but there's a little bit of something that we can do to help people out. So our little gesture, if people can get in, dig deep, and maybe, you know, if they decide to bid or raffle of it, that would help out. And yeah, let's try help out where we can.
And last but not least, go the Blues tonight.
Yeah, go the Blues tonight, and go the Knights. Go the Knights on Saturday.
Go the Knights.
Go the Knights.
I think I can hear the crazy lady yelling at me. Anyway, win, lose or draw, as long as it's a good game, I'm happy. Yeah, she's happy, I'm happy too.
Yeah.
And anyway, big thanks to Adam over there, and yeah, champion guy, does a lot for us, and can't do it without it. And Frank Vassallo behind the cameras tonight.
Yeah. On you, Frank.
And Porsche. So, all right, guys, enough of my rambling on. And
until next week.
All right, guys, until next week.
Every time.
It's night time.
It's night time.
No, it's not. It's day in the morning.
Get out of here.
Confusing him.
Souffle.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They stick a camera up your ass. I deal with it every day.
I should be so lucky, lucky, lucky. I should be so lucky in love. You're the voice right understanding, making noise and make it clear. Whoa, whoa.
I love helmet.
Every night
is night time.
Good night.
Good night.
Every time.
Sorry. Oh, we stuffed that up.
Yeah.
Until next week.
Every time.
Is a good night.
I don't know. You're a weirdo. All right, do it again.
Right,
Every
until
night is a night time.
Until next week, every time is.